It's one of the most frustrating objections that F&I managers can receive. It's the old, I just want to go home and think about it before I make a decision. Related objections include, I need to talk it over with my spouse first, or I need to do some research. I can't make a rash decision like this. Either way, you need to know what to do in situations like this. Let's go ahead and view this clip. All right, Mr. Johnson, these are the 4 packages that we just went over. If you go ahead and sign next to the one that you want to match up with your vehicle, I'll go ahead and get started on the paperwork.
So, I don't want to make any rash decisions. Can I just go home and think about it?
You likely noticed that the F&I manager used the assumptive approach in this clip. He assumed that the customer would purchase one of his packages and immediately went to start working on the paperwork. When the customer displayed an objection, you'll notice that his body language purposefully changed. The F&I manager sat back in his seat a little more, became calmer, and became less of a threat to the customer. This is a de-escalation effort. Now let's see where the F&I manager goes from here.
Can I just go home and think about it?
Absolutely can. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I do want to warn you about something, though. There is a slight disadvantage by not choosing a plan today.
What's the disadvantage?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Mr. Johnson. Think about it this way. Your premium is never going to be lower than it is today, and the amount of coverage you get, the amount of miles and years that they're going to cover you for, is never going to be higher than it is today. I mean, your car has, 30,000 miles on it when you're purchasing? Let's say you wait 5,000 to 10,000 miles to come back and purchase one of the packages. You have to think about it. Well, the contract company is going to have to re-rate that contract. They're going to see more miles, they're going to see more time on the car, they're going to see more wear and tear, right? So obviously the rate's probably going to go up and the coverage is probably going to go down. The only way to lock in the lowest possible rate and the highest possible coverage is by choosing a package today. You could do that just by signing on one of these right now.
I'm still not sure.
I can understand that, Mr. Johnson. And there is one other thing I do want to bring up to you. I can only speak from my personal experience, but I think a lot of people also experience this. Whenever I delay a decision to a later time, whenever I procrastinate, it becomes the last thing I want to do on my to-do list, right? There's a lot of stress there. I got to go home, I got to bring the kids to soccer, maybe band, help my wife at dinner, and I also have work obligations. So what ends up happening is it gets tossed to the wayside, it gets forgotten about, and then 4 or 5 years later, I'm in the showroom waiting for my $5,000 new engine to be put in, and quite frankly, I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. So it doesn't make sense if today you can lock in the lowest rate you could have, you can get the highest amount of coverage you have, and you don't have to worry about the stress of deciding. Doesn't it make sense just to decide today?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
All right, go ahead and sign next to the package you like, and we'll get you out of here within the next 5 minutes. Well, it took a little work, but after displaying 2 flaws that the customer had in his theory, the customer finally came to the conclusion that it was the best choice to choose one of the packages today. Great job.